Okay, so welcome back, and in this video now we're going to talk about combined variation. Combined variation is just taking all of the other variations that we've talked about and combining them into one problem. Okay, so there are lots of examples of where you have multiple variables and some variables are directly related to each other. They have direct variation. There are other variables within the same context that are inversely related to each other, and some that are even jointly, right? So what happens if you have multiple variations going on in a context, in a problem? And that's what we call combined variation. So you're combining these different variations into one problem. So how do you solve problems that are like this? Well, it's very straightforward and easy, as long as you just take your time and understand the relationships that are going on for each groups of variables. So here's what I mean. The first step is you want to symbolically represent the relationship between the variables. So which variables are directly related to each other? Which variables are inversely related to each other? Okay, which variables are jointly, if that's if that's part of it? Okay, so once you do that, then there are other relationships that you have to read carefully about. Okay, so then once you're able to represent the relationships among the variables symbolically, then you can use that formula to find the constant of combined variation by plugging in the values that you know, right? All the other values you know except for k, and then solving for k. Okay, now. And then lastly, once you have your k value, once you have your constant, then it's just a matter of using the same formula with your known constant and plugging in the known values of the variables to solve for the unknown variable. So that's what we're going to do. Okay? So again, very similar to what we did with inverse, direct, and joint. See you then.